Welcome to Cooking for College Kids. I have 3 kids in college now, and I'm always looking for something special to make them whenever they come home. So today, I'm going to make a French apple tart. I'm going to start by taking just a refrigerated pastry dough, putting it out onto the cookie sheet, peeling green apples, and then I'm going to slice them and put them on the pastry shell. I like to make something that smells good, because when the kids wake up in the morning, if they're home for the weekend or a vacation, I like them to wake up to a really, really nice smell in the kitchen. So this French apple tart is a great addition to the morning. What I do is I take these apples and I slice them 1/4 inch thick. I have 4 apples here, and I'm just going to slice all of them at one time. All right, as I finish chopping the apples, I'm going to lay the apples on the pastry. Cooking for college kids is a lot of fun because they always appreciate what you make. Whether you're trying out a new recipe or you're making something old, cooking for college kids is a lot of fun for me as their mom and for the kids who come home to visit and eat it. So I'm going to finish cutting up these apples, and I take the apples and layer them down the side of the pastry. You can make any design you want. Aesthetics, when you're cooking for college kids, isn't really as important, say, if you were doing a formal dinner party, because they just appreciate anything and everything that you make for them, okay, as long as it's almost finished the apple slices, layering them on the pastry. I didn't use all of them, but that's okay, because the kids will just come and munch on them as they come into the kitchen to see what I'm doing. Okay, now I'm going to take 1/2 cup of sugar, and what I like to do with my sugar is put a little vanilla bean in the sugar, and over the weeks it sort of infuses into the sugar and the vanilla comes through. 1/2 cup of sugar, sprinkle it all over the apples. I know it seems like a lot of sugar, but what's going to happen is the sugar's going to caramelize over the apples. It's a lot, but just keep sprinkling. And then once I'm done with the sugar, I wish you could smell this. It smells so good. The vanilla infused sugar is just amazing. Sprinkle it evenly. And then what you want to do is take butter, cold butter, and I just got my butter out of the refrigerator. One of the key things to cooking for college kids is to make sure that you have everything in the refrigerator all ready to go, because you never know when they're going to come home, and you want to spend as much time with them as you can. So you go to the supermarket before they get home. That way you have everything ready. So you want to take your butter, take the paper off of it, and you see I just have one cutting board that I use. Cut the butter up into chunks, and then put it all evenly over the apples and the sugar. And again, make sure that it's cold. So once this is all done, I'm going to put it in a 400-degree oven for 45 minutes. But halfway through, I'm going to take it out and turn it, because most ovens cook unevenly. So you want to make sure that it cooks evenly. Okay, the butter's on. and I'm ready to put it in the oven. Okay, now my French apple tart is ready to come out of the oven, and it smells delicious. Let's have a look. Look at that. All brown on the edges, gooey on the outside and in the middle, and all the apple slices are caramelized from the sugar. Now I'm gonna make a glaze that's gonna go over top of this that'll just add the perfect What I have finishing. Here is just a regular apricot jam. I'm gonna measure out a half a cup into my measuring cup and then put it into my saucepan with 2 tablespoons of water and melt it a little bit to make a glaze. So here's my apricot jam. Add it to my pan and then 2 tablespoons of water. It kind of melts it a little bit. One, 2. And you know the kids are wondering, what's Mom making now? And can I bring it back to school? So a lot of the things that I make, I try to make them portable so the kids can bring it back to school and share it with their friends. I'm going to stir this and put it on the oven. All I'm doing is stirring this to melt it down just so it's pourable. See, it just melts a little bit. And then I'm going to put it through a sieve just to get the apricot pieces out. You just want to get all the flavors together in the jelly. Now my jelly jam has sort of melted. I'm going to pour it into the sieve with a bowl underneath just to get the pieces out because you want it to be a smooth glaze. So I stir it around a little bit just to get all the liquid into the bowl. Sometimes kind of mash it up. And you see all the pieces are left in the sieve, which you don't want it. Okay, this is just a smooth glaze. And all I'm going to do is pour it all over the apples. And it's going to soak in and be absolutely delicious. Definitely gooey. So if you pack it up, send it with your kids traveling back to school, make sure they have plenty of napkins. Okay, here's the finished product. This is my first time cooking for college kids. I hope you enjoyed it, and I know there'll be many, many more recipes cooking for college kids to come.